Okay, here I have the Prepress app installed, and this is how it looks if you start it up and then leave it for a while you see this nag screen, and then you can click continue trial. Or you can, of course, click up here, and then you can go and buy a license, or you can activate if you already have bought a license. But let's leave it like this at the moment, and let's do something let's create some files so we can have something to work with. And to do that, what I would like you to do is the following. Create a folder, and in my case, I'm going to name it Sass test. You can name it whatever, but you should open that folder in your editor of choice. So if you're using Visual Studio Code, for example, then do open the folder and not the files later on. So within that project, we should have one folder called SCSS and one called CSS. And then in the root folder, we should create an index.html with some basic HTML5 template. And then in the Sass folder, we should create a file called style.css. So try this or follow along when I try to do this. So let's go here and let's right click maybe here, and let's call this folder Sass test like this. And then I would like to open that in my editor. So I would like to go to Nova. That is my editor choice. And let's go and open, and let's open Sass test like this. Now, I would like to create two folders, one for CSS and another folder for SCSS. And then we should create two files, one file in the root folder that is called index.html, and one in the SCSS folder, new file, and that should be called style.scss. So now when we have the folder created, we can go back to Prepress, and then we could just drag this folder into and drop. And now we have our project up and running in Prepress. So what's so nice with this one? Well, first of all, we could easily go into the project settings, and you can do it either here, or you can right click here and you can go on project settings here. And what I want you to do first is to go to live preview and ensure that all these buttons are enabled, because then Prepress will do some backside magic. So when you save any file, it will update your files. And as you can see, it can also synchronize scroll and form data and so on and so forth. So if you bring up your site in your mobile, and then if you scroll on your mobile and you have the same site up on your desktop or on your iPad or whatever, well, then it will kind of tag along. So that is really, really slick. So now when we have that set up, what we can do is that we can right click and then we can do open preview. So now I have a fairly small window here, but I will, that is because I would like to also open up a Chrome window, open preview in Google Chrome, and that shows up here. So now we have Safari up here, and we have Chrome down here, and we can of course continue to open up in Firefox or whatever, but I'll leave it like that. And now we can continue.